Do you want the Chargers to beat the Patriots in the AFC wild card on Sunday? Then come on in and smash that like button. Don't be the person that doesn't hit that thumbs up icon and helps the Chargers get to victory over the Pats. Now, let's get into the video. This is Chargers Now. I am your host, Will Ortner, and today we're going to go through the latest injury news surrounding the Chargers and the Patriots ahead of Sunday's wild card game. Now, the Chargers have some good news, and they do have some bad injury news. Because I'm a glass half full type of guy, I want to talk about the good news first with Donte Jackson and Jamaree Salyer. First, with Donte Jackson, he was a limited participant in practice on Wednesday. Why is this big? Well, because Jackson had an ankle injury that he suffered in that meaningless Week 18 game against the Denver Broncos. You don't want to be without one of your top corners against a team like the New England Patriots, who have a wide receiver in Stefon Diggs, who has been there and done that before. Jackson could potentially be matched up for multiple different snaps against Stefon Diggs, and you do not want to allow him to get going. I understand that it's not Stefon Diggs of Minnesota or the early years over at Buffalo, but at the same time, you still need someone like Jackson to come in and shut him down. Now we're going to look at Salyer and that offensive line. The expectation is Salyer will be ready to go to perform at tackle for the Chargers. Now, he's missed the last couple of games dealing with a hamstring injury, and as a former fat offensive lineman, it's really impressive to me that he was able to hurt that hamstring because we just don't move around all that much. The Chargers O-line in this game has to be as good as they possibly can be. And I know that's a simple take and that's an easy take to come out here and say, but it's not like the Chargers offensive line has been good all year long. Now, the Patriots don't have an exquisite pass rush, and they're not going to bring in a bunch of guys like Trey Hendrickson or Myles Garrett or insert really good edge rusher here. But the Chargers have to find a way to make sure that they can keep Justin Herbert upright if they want to win this game, and Salyer can do just that. Sound off right now in the comment section. Are you nervous or are you worried about the Chargers injury report? Or, frankly, do you feel pretty darn good about it? Let me know down below in the comment section because, I'll tell you right now, it seems like it's doing okay. Now we got to talk about the opponent because sometimes you need to do a little bit of self-scouting and sometimes you need to do some opponent scouting. After we got through our self-scouting of our good injury news, there's some good injury news around the Patriots because, well, that's a lot of guys who did not participate in practice on Wednesday. You can see basically 3/5 of that offensive line didn't even participate in practice for the Patriots. And if they're out with an illness type of injury, that tells me that that could be something that lasts for quite a while. How often do people have the 24-hour flu? It just really doesn't happen. Morgus Moses is the big one being on there for that offensive line group because he is a tackle, a starting tackle over on the right side for the Patriots. Could Khalil Mack go on and take advantage of Moses and him missing some time during the weekend, potentially not even feeling all that good on Sunday? Now, when you look at the limited participants, I think the big guy to look at is linebacker Robert Spillane. Obviously, he's missed some time this year dealing with that knee injury, but it does look like he could potentially be back. That would be a huge addition for the Patriots if he's able to come in and really have a big game on that defensive side of the football. The Patriots have a good defense, but it's not like they have one of the best in the National Football League. Now, unfortunately, we do have to talk about some of the bad injury news. And frankly, I think this is the most important injury news of the week for the Chargers. And I'll get into that more right now. Omarion Hampton did not participate in practice on Wednesday. Why is that? Because he's still dealing with that ankle injury that he suffered that caused him to miss Week 18. Now, a lot of people, myself included, just kind of thought, well, he's resting, getting ready for the postseason. Head coach Jim Harbaugh said that might not necessarily be the case earlier on in the week, and that's been pretty clear right now. Here's what Hampton has done so far this season for the Chargers, and I'll tell you right now, he has been impressive to me when he's been able to play, but obviously when you look at the total games played, it's not like he's been out there too much. Now, over 4 4.5 yards a carry, or right at that 4.5 yards a carry mark, will be impressive if he's able to keep this up throughout his entire career. If Hampton's able to come back in this game, I don't think that he will be the main feature back just dealing with that type of ankle injury, because the Chargers have to have a run game if they're going to beat the Patriots, so that the Patriots can't just dial up a bunch of exotic blitzes and some simulated pressures against this Chargers offensive line. It hasn't been good all season long. Now, that's because of different injuries, but it is important to note, if the Chargers want to have Justin Herbert feel as comfortable as possible in the pocket and to allow him to play his best in this game, there at least has to be some semblance of a run game. That means it's time for backup running back Kamani Vidal to step up in this one. Obviously, the rushing attack has been very piece by piece this year. A lot of running backs missing a lot of time. Vidal has to step up in his moment to shine, run the football effectively, and give Justin Herbert an outlet to throw to out of the backfield. Don't let the Patriots pin their ears back on second and longs and third and mediums and longs in this matchup, especially if the Chargers want to come out on top. If you enjoyed today's show, come on in and hit that like button. The more videos that we are able to put out here, the more likes that we can get on the channel. And hey, most of the injury news was positive. So hit that thumbs up button if you love the Chargers. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and bolt up.